Want some more fruit snacks? Can you say please?
Please.
Good job. Can you say pretty please?
Please.
Pretty please? Here.
Please.
Can you say please?
Please.
Good job. Happy Thursday. 9:35 in the morning. I'm just kidding, it's June 3rd. June 3rd, 9:35. Aftermath. I just caused a braking hazard by my fuel card falling behind the steering wheel. Hold please. Oh my god, this looks dangerous. Mission accomplished. Alright. So I found out this morning, I got my van back. Shout out the boss mans. Got the old Karen back because everybody wants to hit her. Her name's Karen. The van I had, the ambulance I had yesterday. Excuse me. I was hearing a loud like rumbling when I turned left. Found out last night the damn tire was rubbing on the bumper, and there's no way I would have found that out without somebody else checking it out along with me. Like someone has to turn the wheel and then someone has to go look at what's going on, because the noise is coming from the front passenger side wheel. So I just thought it was a noise, and I was like, well, clearly my boss knows about this noise. So last night I got back to the station, found out there's a guy there. He was like, he turned around quick like he heard it, and I was like, oh shit, this must be loud if he heard it way over there. I pull up, get closer to him. I'm unloading the packages from the inside. I only got 3 little packages. I got 2 little boxes and an envelope, and he opens the side door. He's the guy that collects the packages, and he was like, he's like the manager or some shit. He was like, it sounds like a caliper, and I don't know shit about cars, vehicles. I don't know a damn thing. I was like, I don't know, but it sounds like it's coming from that right front wheel. I said right. I said it sounds like it's. I pointed to the right front wheel, and I was like, it sounds like it's coming from the wheel well, and feels like it's coming from there. And he goes, turn the wheel, and I turn the wheel, and it's freaking the tire's rubbing on the bumper. This whole route yesterday, 74 stops, tire was rubbing on the bumper. Not the whole time, just when I turned left. So I decided, well, I made it this far, I can go home. I looked at the wheel, like the wheel's not damaged or nothing, it looks fine. The guy was like, yeah, I'll just take a chain to it, pull it out. I was like, hey, we'll figure it out. When my boss called me, I forgot why I was saying this. Oh, just giving an update, I guess. I texted my boss this morning because my van was back in my spot. I was like, hey, you gonna be in this morning? So what I didn't want to do was have the person that did it know that I was about to tell the boss, someone didn't tell you they hit something. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to look like no snitch, but I also don't want to take the fucking blame for some shit I didn't do. Like, that was some real damage and could have been a real problem. And I just didn't think nothing of it because there was no way I would have known. I was on my own. I didn't know till I got back because somebody working with us, like, looked at it with me. So I took it back to the house, texted my boss this morning. He was like, no, but I'll look into it. He calls me. I was like, yes, sir. He goes, was it making that noise when you left yesterday? And I was like, yep. He goes, okay, yeah, I see what happened. Somebody hit something and didn't tell me. I was like, Yep, that's what it looks like to me too. I mean, I didn't know how else to be like. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Because like I told two people, I told my boss, my direct boss, I was like, yeah, someone hit something, and didn't say nothing. and then the other boss. But I was trying to be careful of what I said and who I said it to, because I didn't want to say it to the person that might have did it. And then I look like a snitch. I am a snitch, okay? I just don't want to go fucking down for some shit I didn't do. Call me 6ix9ine. I don't rock with the glicky though. I don't even know what that means. That's just something else too. There's a song I really like called Quicksand by Morray. Morray. And then the first words are in the hook are since a jit, that's J-I-T. Since a jit stood tall with a kickstand. Since a jit stood tall with a kickstand. Thinking of a plan to get quick bands. Falling in deep with a quicksand. Flagging my ass, no quick. Yeah, that's it. Since a jit stood tall with a kickstand. I'm like, what if jit, like I'm a white boy, 26, you know, I'm getting up there in age. There's some shit I don't like anymore, or shit that I'm like, what's up, what are these kids listening to type shit. And I'm like, what if I'm saying some shit that in their area, their age, their thing is like a bad, I can't, like, I'm like a white boy is not supposed to say that, but I go around singing it like I'm fucking Elvis, and I'm fucking saying some shit I'm not supposed to be saying. How the fuck am I supposed to know? How do you find these things out? Like, you just go up and be like, hey, can I say jit as a white kid? Can I say jit? Is that okay? In my word, as far as I know, I don't need Urban Dictionary because I grew up in a damn trailer park, and all of my friends. Here's another thing I'm gonna get into. This whole white people are like, I have black friends. Let me mention, the best man at my wedding is Puerto Rican black dude. All of my friends I would do anything for are not white. Every single one of them that I would take a bullet for are not white. Since I can remember, that's my friends. I don't know how I came to be that way or how that came about, but I learned about racism, and I started saying fuck white people. Then as I got older, it was fuck white rich people. Because some white people are cool. But, I mean, and some white rich people are cool too. But I just went through these phases of like, fuck all white people, when I was learning about Martin Luther King. And then this, where I grew up, Milwaukee, Wisconsin is not, I would say it's not prominent, is that the word? Like the majority race is not white. I would say that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just where we lived. But there's a whole conglomeration of people, if that's the right word too. I'm just using a whole damn dictionary today. And then I moved to Escondido, California, where it's kind of the same thing. But it was actually, it's just San Diego in general, because when I went to Santee, California, it was the same thing as Escondido, California. I was the minority. All of my friends, since I can remember, the ones I love to this day, are not white. That's just how it was. That's how I came up. So that whole thing is like, for people, because I have this view of like the people, I think including my ex-wife, are like, oh, I ain't even getting into this shit. My point is, those fucking boat shoe wearing, khaki short rocking, we gotta fight for the fuck those guys, dude. I have black friends. They have never spent the time with a black person in their life. I'm not, that's a little harsh to say, I don't know, but I'm saying they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it feels weird for me, because like I know these words. I know words. I used to rap regularly. I used to be in those cypher circles around the fire pit and shit. I was doing that. So I knew the words. I knew words that people didn't know. Like white people didn't know the words I knew. and I would use them, and I felt like I was allowed to. Not the N-word, of course, but words around that, or from the same culture, that white people would be like, what the fuck does that mean? I'd be like, ask him. I mean, I'm not going to tell you. I don't feel like I have the I don't feel like I have the go-ahead to tell you what that means. You got to ask them. So when it comes to these new words like jit, I swear to God that's a new word. But I knew from the context of what I've understood is it just means a youngin'. So that's how I've been picturing it as I sing that song when it comes on. Since it's just a tie with a kickstand. But I'm like, what if I'm saying something that's really offensive to somebody? And I don't know. Damn, there's a whole rant about nothing. And nothing was funny about it either. I'm not even in a mood. I'm feeling good. I'm still sober. Feeling good this morning. We're hanging in there. About to bust this carnivore diet shit out. That was my son in the beginning of the podcast. I told you he's cute as fuck. He says, peace, peace, instead of please. This shit just melts my heart, man. We hung out last night. We watched, what the hell was it? Something with the two squirrels and the nut. I forget. Something with two squirrels. It's animated. And they're like bank robbers or whatever. Watched a little bit of that. Excuse me. Worked out. Did a puzzle. I didn't take him outside because he was still sick. Ate some pizza. I couldn't sleep for shit. I had heartburn for the first time in like forever. And I'm almost positive it's the pepperonis on that pizza. Shout out Newman's Own. Take your nights away from you. But I feel good. The kid's healthy. Still sounds like shit, but he's like he's moving around and shit like always. So I ain't worried about his health. She's taking him to daycare today. I'm gonna read some shit. The two things I thought about yesterday. I found the article on the cartel that are kidnapping the police officers. Found that article, and then I also found the mission I was talking about, because I read about the alright, Dr. Anthony Fauci says it's possible by the end of 2021. What? Fauci is hopeful all kids will have vaccine access. That's not where I thought he was going. I thought he was talking about Fauci's emails revealed that's nonsense. Emails. They were saying that Fauci was he's been saying, yeah, he probably, now he's on the side of it probably did come from a lab and not just naturally. But we've known this shit for like 5 months. Joe Rogan had a fucking chemist or biologist on, and he was like, the way this thing is, there's no fucking way that this was just naturally made. The way that it binds to the cell, all these things, they were like, no, there's like 3 things in here that says this was fucking man-made in a lab. That's what this guy was saying like 5-6 months ago. And I was feeling that when they were killing the Chinese doctors and making them vanish and hiding they were controlling what they could say. They were fucking welding people in their homes. All that shit was a little fishy to be a fucking, it just came out of a wet market. Nah, they're trying to save their asses from getting teamed up by the fucking... Could you imagine the whole world, millions of people dead, and it came out of a lab that came from what you're controlling? It came out of the area you could. They also found out, and they're trying to fight this or whatever, saying it's not true. 3 of the doctors from that lab, or scientists, whatever they are, chemists, forgive me, original_weirdness, shout out to homie Jessica, forgive me if I'm getting this wrong. I don't know who makes vaccines and shit, or plays with the damn, what do you call it? viruses. I don't know who plays with viruses. Biologists? I don't know. Biologist slash chemist? I'm not sure. But all I'm saying is 3 of them got sick in November of 2019. And they're denying it. And the people are, I mean, I'm like, where the fuck are these people to interview? You got all these people working in this lab and nobody's coming out saying, like, maybe because there are people like, well, why would if it came from a lab, wouldn't they be saying something? And homie Jessica, shout out Jessica, she said it'd be hard for all these people, it'd be hard for someone to, like, not come out. It'd be hard to keep that secret. But if your whole damn country and the police and all that, the military, state, all this shit is like, if you say shit, you're fucking dead, including your family. They got some 1-point-something billion people. They can afford to lose a lab's worth of people plus their families and still have plenty of productivity to be handled, you know? I'm not, that sounds fucked up to say, but I'm just saying, in their eyes, in the Chinese Communist Party's eyes, they don't give a fuck. They'll just take them whole damn people out, just put some new people. Hey, we're hiring chemists and biologists. You want to work in a lab? It's funny you want to work in a lab. We just got a whole new lab. Everything's fresh. There's nobody who ever been in there because everybody in there was fucking murdered, including their families. I'm just saying it's possible. They're like, oh, we fucked up, and then they send the street sweepers in there, the congruent to the American Navy SEALs to wipe out a whole damn thing. That should be a movie right there. A country tries to cover up a lab leak, so they go in and try to fucking murk all these damn scientists, but little do this little military group know, all these scientists are fucking zombies now, and they're quick as fuck, and they're really hard to kill. And instead of shooting them in the head, you gotta yank their wieners off. What? Can't cancel me for that shit, I'm just saying. Anyway, let me get into this article here about the damn cartel, because this shit's creepy. Creepy now. I swear to God, that sounds like a fun movie. I'd watch it. Anyway. Okay, this is from June 1st, 2 days ago. In Mexico, the Jalisco cartel has declared war on the government, kidnapping Guanajuato, Guanajuato, Tijuana, Huato. It must be Guanajuato. Police officers on their days off and killing them in front of their families. The Associated Press reports. Oh, this is on Complex. The Mexican cartel hunting down police and killing them on days off. Okay. The murders are in defiance of Mexico President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador's hugs, not bullets, policy to prevent any wars with cartels, as they're now going after the state's tactical group, which they feel has treated them unfairly. If you want war, you'll get a war. A banner from the cartel read in May. We have already shown that we know where you are. Holy shit, I'd be so scared if I was a cop. Someone was saying this about they hope they don't come to the U.S. Like the little militias we got out here in the United States don't start kidnapping off-duty cops and fucking killing them in front of the... I'm shutting up. I didn't say I would do that, CIA, FBI. I'm saying there were some people who were worried about people doing that to police here. And if it's going to happen anywhere, who's really mad at the police right now? 50% of this country. That's for sure. I'm just making shit up. I don't know the numbers. And also, nobody does. Nobody fucking knows the numbers. All them damn, what do you call them, things on the polls, all this shit's bullshit. They don't know the fucking numbers. It's all made up. Okay. We have already shown that we know where you are. We are coming for all of you. For each member of our firm, CJNG, that you arrest, we are going to kill two of your tactical, wherever they are, at their homes, in their patrol vehicles, while Guanajuato officials have not commented on how many officers have been killed so far. Security analyst David Suaquero said many are leaving the area for their own safety. I would too. A lot of officers have decided to desert. They took their families, abandoned their homes, and they are fleeing and hiding, Suaquero said. The CJNG is hunting the elite police force of Guanajuato. State police have said that the latest incident focuses on an officer who was kidnapped from their home, killed, and left on a highway last week. Pop Lab, a news cooperative in Guanajuato, reported that at least 7 officers have been killed on their days off so far this year, the AP shares. This is an open war against the security forces of the state government, Suaquero said. And that's the end of that document, or article. It's fucking creepy, though. I'd be so scared if I was a cop out there. I would just not, you know what? I wouldn't take a day off. And I wouldn't go nowhere without 3 other cops with me. Faux show. Alright, now this is the thing where yesterday I read that an Iranian military boat started fire, and I think it was sinking or some shit. That made me think of, what if the CIA did it on purpose? Like, what if this is some Cold War shit, but we won't find out about it till way later? And it reminded me of this thing called Project Azorian, where I'll just fucking read it. It's intense. We ended up... Alright. Also called Jennifer by the Press. Excuse me. After its top secret security compartment was a U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, project to recover the sunken Soviet submarine K-129 from the Pacific Ocean floor in 1974. Using the purpose-built ship Hughes Glamour Explorer, the 1968 sinking of a K-129 occurred approximately 1,600 miles, 2,600 kilometers northwest of Hawaii. Project Azorian was one of the most complex, expensive, and secretive intelligence operations of the Cold War, at a cost of about $800 million or $4 billion today. Holy shit. Some about this thing took like 10 years to accomplish. So we as an American government knew where this thing was, but we didn't, and so we had ships there just like in the area or whatever, and we didn't want the Russians to know where it was because we wanted to pick it up to get their intelligence. So what happened was, this is an overview, I might continue reading this shit, I don't know, I'm about to pull up off my stop here, but I think we used some kind of like production company in Hollywood or some shit, built a giant fucking like boat or oil rig or some shit, brought it out to the location of the submarine with the Russians watching like above sea level, watching us grab their submarine, put it inside this other boat that took years and years to build, and get away with it, with the Russians not knowing what the fuck we were doing at all, because they didn't know where the submarine was and we did. It's wild. It's a wild fucking story. It sounds like a dope ass movie. I'd watch it. In addition to designing the recovery ship and its lifting cradle, the U.S. used concepts developed with Global Marine, there must be a business or some shit, that utilized their precision stability equipment to keep the ship nearly stationary above the target while lowering nearly 3 miles, 4.8 kilometers of pipe. They worked with scientists to develop methods for preserving paper that had been underwater for years in hopes of being able to recover and read the submarine's code books. The reasons this project was undertaken probably included the recovery of an intact R-21 nuclear missile and cryptological documents and equipment. The Soviet Union was unable to locate K-129, but the U.S. knew where to look. Based on data recorded by Air Force Technical Applications Centers, AFTAC, sites in the ADAC Sound Surveillance System, SASAS, array. The U.S. identified an acoustic event on March 8th that likely originated from an explosion aboard the submarine. The U.S. zeroed in on the location to within 5 nautical miles, 5.8 mi, 9.3 kilometers. The submarine USS Halibut located the boat using the fish in tow. USS Halibut located the boat using the fish, a towed 12-foot, 3.7 meter, 2 short ton, 1.8 ton collection of cameras, strobe lights, and sonar that was built to withstand extreme depths. The recovery operation in international waters, about 6 years later, used as its cover mining the seafloor for manganese nodules. Manganese. The company was nominally owned by Howard Hughes, who, secretly backed by the CIA, had paid for construction of Hughes Glamour Explorer. While the ship recovered a portion of K-129, a mechanical failure in the grapple caused 2/3 of the recovered section to break off during recovery. Building the Glamour in its cover story. Global Marine Development Inc., the research and development arm of Global Marine Inc., a pioneer in deepwater offshore drilling operations, was contracted to design, build, and operate Hughes Glamour. It's Glomar, Glomar Explorer, to secretly salvage the sunken Soviet submarine. That ship was built at the Sun Shipbuilding Yard near Philadelphia. Billionaire businessman Howard Hughes, whose companies were already contractors on numerous classified U.S. military weapons, aircraft, and satellite contracts, agreed to lend his name to the project to support the company, or the cover story, that the ship was mining manganese nodules from the ocean floor, but Hughes and his companies had no actual involvement in the project. K-129 was photographed at a depth of over 1,600 feet, and thus the salvage operation would be beyond the depth of any ship salvage operation ever attempted. On November 1st, 1972, work began on the 63,000 short ton. What does that mean? 63,000 short ton, 57,000 T, 619 foot long, 189 meters, Hughes Glamour Explorer. I'm clicking on it to see a picture of this. Oh, it's not bad looking. It's pretty dope. The conspiracy theory. New eyewitness account. Well, anyway, that's dope. I would read more into it, but I'm almost to where I need to be. So, what else can we talk about? In the news today, going off the top of my dome, not much. I haven't checked Dogecoin in like over a week. Let's check that out. Freaking thirsty. Good thing I got a jug of water. Oh shit! Dogecoin's at 40 cents, baby girl. I'm glad. It's been at like 93. I have like 112 in there now. 93 was like 30 cents or some shit. It's been down there. Wonder what happened. Anyway, y'all have a good day. I'm gonna cut this shit off. See where we're at. Only 30 minutes? I apologize. I promise tonight I'm gonna get my son. They're gonna play fucking Dungeons and Dragons, so I get my son tonight. I'm gonna make my bison. Hopefully I can go without getting shit today. I'm gonna make my bison. I feel shitty because I'm fucking tired. I had a damn tosser and turner from my fucking heartburn. I woke up like 3 times to pee, and every time I was like, the first time I was like, should I do a damn Tums? I was like, nah, we're good. The second time I was like, fuck it, I'm taking 2. And the third time I was like, god damn, I gotta take 2 more. So I took 4 Tums, and still it didn't do a damn thing for me. And I think Tums is for heartburns. Didn't freaking work. Shout out, Tums not working. Anyway, I feel good though. I don't know where this energy came from. I think it's because I'm not sick. It's supposed to be a decent day. It's supposed to rain on and off, but not all day like yesterday. So, I got my van back. New brakes. I'm hype about that. Got 61 stops, I believe is what it was. So it shouldn't be too bad. I might even get a little nap it before my son comes over. If I get this shit done at a decent time. And I don't have pickups. This week flew the hell by. I don't know what happened. But it's been a good morning. I hope y'all have a nice day. Tune in later on or tomorrow if I don't talk to y'all tonight. Have a lovely Thursday. I will talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye-bye.